Welcome to the Vector Garden. In this video, we're going to create a stamp and we're going to save this as a graphic style. Or rather, we're going to save two graphic styles because there are different methods to create this. And we're going to use both of them. I've already prepared the rectangle that we are going to use for the graphic style. And of course, this is going to use the appearance panel. And we have to use just one object for this, for the graphic style. So let's select this, and then we are going to set up a stroke. This is needed for the perforation. So let's turn the thick stroke on like this. And it's important to already watch out for something here. So I'm doing this in an RGB document, and this RGB document is built on the web preset when creating a new file. And that is set up like this originally. So all the strokes you create in this are set up to the inside because they need to have sharp edges. Let's set up the stroke, and we need the round cap for that, a dashed line which has a dash of 0 and a gap of something that is larger than the weight. I have set up 60, and you see that in the corners this is ugly. That's happening because of this setting that preserves the exact dash and gap length. And you see the other setting cannot be selected because of align stroke. If we set this to align stroke to center, which is the correct way anyway for having the correct perforations for the stamp, we need to have this one here to align this on the corners, and we got a nice perforation. Now comes the next step. We need to subtract the stroke from the fill. So we've got two methods for that, so I'm going to make a copy here. And let's first take the method that I always use. I'm using a knockout group for that. And in order to set that up, you go to the opacity, set it to 0 here, then the stroke is first gone, and then you go to the opacity down here and turn on knockout group. You have to click twice, and there it is. Nice. So this uses a knockout group, and knockout groups are based on transparency, and they sometimes clash with the GPU preview in Illustrator. Not all graphic cards like that a lot. So let's move that up here, and let's get to the next method. So if you see this kind of stuff, you would use the Pathfinder panel for it. And Pathfinders, of course, will not work with a graphic style because then you need several objects. So you cannot use Pathfinder panel, but there are also Pathfinders in the effect. So let's select it, and then let's go up here. And you can go in here, go to Effect, Pathfinder, and then use Subtract. So there comes the warning because we have just this object and Pathfinder effects. You see, it should be applied to groups or layers or type objects, but not to paths. Let's just click on OK. Nothing happens. So first of all, why would this Pathfinder effect work at all? Because we have just one object. Well, we have a stroke and we have a fill. But it's up here and we need to move it down there. And then we have it working, but still it doesn't look like it's really working. So let's go in here and go to Effect, Path, and let's outline the stroke. So we really get objects from it. And then you see we've got this working actually. Let's go to View and show the transparency grid, and you see both of them are really working. One with transparency and knockout groups, and the other one with Pathfinder effects. And then let's take the graphic style. So I'm going to use the graphic style panel, and then we can drag this one in and drag that one in. And now we have both our methods saved as graphic styles and can use them. Now you have seen how simple that is if you know where to look for it. And I've made another video where I have asked Google Gemini to give me that solution. And if you want to see how it struggles to get there, then I'm going to link that video for you in the description.